I don't even need to say it, you already read the title. It's the moment you've been waiting for. I've been getting requested to do this video more than I've ever been requested for a video ever in history of my life. I've actually started to be harassed to do this video in my comments and DMs on every social media platform, even Goodreads. Every time I read a new book, the comments are like, we don't care, read Shatter Me. So here we are today with the entire Shatter Me series in my hand. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting because I really want to fit all of these into one video. I'm hoping I can do that, even though there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books in my hand. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit this all in one vlog. I'm gonna try, so I should probably just stop talking. If I don't fit it all in one vlog, maybe I'll like do part 1 and part 2, but I'm gonna hope that I can fit it. I don't even know what genre this is. I don't know anything about what it's about. I don't know a single thing except that everyone's telling me that I need to read it because I'll love Aaron Warner, who's like the guy in this book, and I think there's a romance. There better be a fucking romance. If there's not a romance, I know I'm not gonna like it. But I know nothing else. I don't even know the genre, and now I'm reading the back and I thought this was fantasy, but this is saying dystopian. This is gonna be a spoiler full, like I'm gonna say everything because I'm the last person on earth apparently that's read these books. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's start reading. Okay, I'm in my comfy reading position. I have the book and I just opened it, and like before there's even a title page, before there's anything, like what is going on? Bad things happen when people touch me. And then it starts and we're starting. I've been locked up for 264 days. She's getting a roommate and it's a boy. But is the romance really gonna start this early, or am I getting tricked and this is gonna be a dude that I think is gonna be the love interest, and then it's gonna turn out the actual love interest comes in later and he's tattooed, dangerous, terrifying, and horrible. Sounds like someone I would love. Not him walking in here and stealing her bed and making her sleep on the floor. I'd be like, who the fuck do you think you are? Get out of my room. He touched her hand. I thought it said that people die when they touch her. I'm confused. His name's Adam. I don't know who the fuck this is then, but he did give her both of his blankets because she is wet and cold. As soon as he said his name, she said, it's a name I've always liked, but I can't remember why. So they definitely have some kind of past going on here. Now that I know he's not the love interest, I'm confused. And he's probably going to turn out to be a snake or something. Or I'm completely wrong and I don't know what I'm saying, but I've read enough books in my life to feel like I can kind of predict stuff. Oh my god, look at this page. I am not insane. I am not insane. I am not insane. Oh, I kind of like Adam. She offers to give him his blanket back, and he takes it and then just wraps it around her again. I want to know why he's in there, and also I want to know more about her whole not being able to touch people thing. This like dystopian world is giving what our world could be like with climate change. The birds can't even fly because the ozone layer deteriorated and the pollutants mutated all the animals. Oh, they went to school together for 7 years. Also, he tried to touch her and she like freaked out and is like, you can't touch me. And he's like, maybe I want to touch you. She's gonna have to tell him. I'm really confused. Like, she can't touch people? That's weird. What? Is Adam a soldier? What the hell is going on? She woke up 2 days later and Adam is holding a gun to her chest. I thought I liked him. I knew better. I knew it. Okay, wait. I'm getting love interest vibes. Someone calls her name and then she walks in the room. It says, I lift my head and look up. I'm immediately struck by his youth. He can't be much older than me. His skin is flawless, unblemished. His jawline sharp and strong. His eyes are the palest shade of emerald green I've ever seen. He's beautiful. His crooked smile is calculated evil. I hate him. That would be such a love interest introduction for her to be like, I hate him. Maybe it's enemies to lovers. I don't fucking know. Oh, it seems like he made quite an impression on her. You have nothing to say about that? Warner glances at Adam. It is him! Wait, so this is the love interest. Okay, I need to start paying attention. He's trying to make a deal with her. I'm assuming because they're gonna try to use her as a weapon now because her touch apparently kills people. Warner's like, if you're so fond of Adam's company, I can make this a permanent assignment. But be careful, pretty girl. If you do something bad, he'll have to shoot you. So she said, you want me to torture people for you? And he said, that would be wonderful. And then he's trying to threaten having Adam like beat her up. I don't know what's going on. It says Bohrer turned almost entirely in my direction, but somehow the only presence I'm aware of is directly across from me, and it's Adam. Interesting. He calls her love, kind of like condescendingly, and now I'm just thinking about in the future when he calls her love and she's actually gonna like it, because he's actually gonna mean it. But right now he's saying it to like piss her off. Why am I giggling, kicking my feet in the air? Even though I don't trust this man at all yet, but he said, you and I, Juliet, together, we could be unstoppable. I got butterflies. I kind of wonder what my perspective would be if I didn't know who the love interest was. Like if I'd probably be sitting here being like, Warner's a dickhead, Warner's a dickhead, who is this man? Why'd he kidnap her? But I'm like, he's gonna have a character development. And I'm excited to see it. Warner just like commanded one of the soldiers to touch her. I can hear his anguish. I can feel the power pouring out of his body. I can hear his heart beating in my ear and my head is spinning with the rush of adrenaline, fortifying my being. I feel alive. How is she ever gonna be in love with someone if they can't touch? He took her to his bedroom? She just killed someone, I think, and woke up in his room. Okay. She says, why are you being so nice to me? And he says, because I care about you. And she's like, your soldiers beat me, you kept me here like a prisoner, you threatened me, threatened to kill me, you're a monster, you don't care about me. And he's like, I'm only trying to help you because I need you. Why do I like him though? Can she touch people? Like, I'm confused. I need her to explain what her fucking power is. I'm hoping that Warner has like a secret plan to actually overtake. Can those sirens? Shh. I'm hoping that Warner has like a secret plan to overtake the government so that he's actually a good guy. I'm hoping that's what happens because he's like, I can't tell you why I need you, but one day I'll introduce you to the answer to that question. They slept in the same bed. She didn't know that, but she woke up and he's there. Literally all of the soldiers are even scared of her. Like, she just walked down the hallway and they all like flinched. I can already tell she's gonna be so powerful and iconic. No, they're hurting Adam every time she does something wrong. She just ran into him for the first time and he's opening the door for her and he can barely talk or breathe because he's in pain. And Adam saved her notebook for her and she just found it. Oh, and he left her a note. He said, it's not what you think, because everything's on camera so he can't speak to her. I'm scared because I love Adam so much right now, and he's not the love interest, which means he's probably gonna die. When the nice guy isn't the love interest, he either betrays them or dies, and I just can't see him betraying them. So Warner just shot someone in the head. What? Am I sensing some jealousy already? Juliet asks Warner, like, where's Adam? It says Warner flinches before finding his composure. Why do you care? I've cared about Adam Kent since I was in 3rd grade. Oh, Adam was there on the floor when she was trying to sleep, and now she's like sleeping next to him. And it says, I curl my fingers around the possibility of Adam in my hand and sleep more soundly than I have in my life. He can touch her? Wait, what? I just had to sit up. Adam just like brought her in the shower. And he's like, I can touch you. I already have. That night in the cell when you were screaming in your sleep, I touched your face. That's not possible. But his hands become arms around my waist, his lips become a cheek pressed against my cheek, and his body is flushed against mine, his skin touching me. And he's not screaming, he's not dying, he's not running away from me, and I'm crying. And he's holding me the way no one has ever held me before. How? I thought... His hands are reeling me in and my face is pressed against his chest. The world suddenly means something to me. He has the tattoo of the bird that she keeps imagining. Okay, and now I got the backstory of like how she killed that boy, the little boy, by touching him. Oh my god, now Warner's trying to pit Adam against Juliet, being like, he knew who you were this whole time. He's been faking it. This is all a trap. What the fuck? Is he just trying to rile her up so that she'll touch him? Adam and Juliet were just talking about how they both remember each other from like elementary school, and then he almost kissed her. He like pinned her up against the wall. He kisses the side of my head and I've never felt anything so incredible in my life. I'm not even human anymore. I'm so much more. The sun and the moon have merged and the earth is upside down. I feel like I can be exactly who I want to be in his arms. Sorry, I'm really trying not to interrupt with like editor's cuts every few seconds, but as I'm editing this, I just like have so much commentary, but especially right here. I think it's so interesting watching myself back, reading about Adam and Juliet, because Adam was made out to be a literal saint. He was so good to her the whole first book. Like, as I'm watching this, and the fact that she thought she could be exactly who she wanted to be in his arms, and then that turns out to be the exact opposite. Like, the writing just, he did a full 180 throughout the series. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he has a novella, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna become a main character. He's like making jokes though about Juliet, and Adam's getting all defensive. Also found out that Juliet's actually been in love with Adam since she was 14, and she was like repressing it before, but now she remembers everything. What I don't get though, like now he's like hugging her or whatever. How can he touch her? They're planning their like escape right now. And she's like, you do that for me? And he says, there's very little I wouldn't do for you. I wish I didn't know that she's gonna be with Warner, because then I would be like shipping her and Adam. But because I know she doesn't end up with Adam, I'm like, he's literally just gonna die. Not him remembering all of the nice things she used to do back in school. And then he's like, God, Juliet, I'd follow you anywhere. You're the only good thing left in this world. Why the fuck is Warner making her pick up a child, knowing that I could die? Like, what? What is going on? What the fuck? She just bursted through the concrete wall. So she has more powers than even just like killing people with her touch. She's literally just powerful in general. And then she told Warner if he ever puts her in a position like that again, she'll kill him and enjoy it. I mean, I already like him because he's charming, but then he does shit like that. I'm like, you're literally evil and sick and twisted. Fucking Adam just told her that he loves her, and now he's kissing her. whiplash. Warner found the notebook that Adam had brought her. And then Warner's questioning her like, where did you get this? Whatever. And then Adam comes back and says, get your hands off of her before I bury a bullet in your head. The trauma. Now I'm like, do I trust Adam? Because obviously she's gonna somehow have a falling out with this man. She's gonna end up with Warner. Warner screams like, do you even trust him? And now I'm like, should we not trust him? And Warner says he doesn't care about you. He just wants a way out of here. He's using you. And then Adam says, I love you. Don't let him confuse you. Warner goes, you love her? Please, please don't tell me he's filled your head with romantic notions. Please don't tell me you fell for his false proclamations. I could love you, Juliet. I would treat you like a queen. I'm like, what? Suddenly you're romantically interested in her? I'm confused. Warner finding out that Adam can touch her. He's like freaking out. Has he touched you? Warner just touched her and nothing happened. She's only hurt babies, right? Oh, I guess that's security guard. Okay, then why do these two boys suddenly her touch isn't lethal anymore? I knew it wasn't going to be for Warner, but why? It says, I take a deep breath and hope Warner doesn't realize what just happened. I hope he doesn't know he just touched my leg and nothing happened. I want Warner point of view. Are any of those books in his point of view? Please tell me that they are. I'm sure they have to be. Good morning, everybody. It's the next day. I ended up taking a shower and then falling asleep last night, but gonna start reading now and finish the book. She's meeting his brother. She met his brother. How do Adam and Juliet love each other so much already? She's like, I love you so much, more than you'll ever know. I feel like they've barely spoken. Am I missing something? I mean, I know they've known each other since they were young, but like, still feels a little bit much. So he has the tattoo, the white bird, and then says that he's had the dream about it, the same exact dream that she's had. What? Not her saying, all I know is I don't want anyone's hands on me but his forever. Are you sure about that? Oh my god, look. He's saying she can't touch anyone. She can't, except for you, except for me. And then in her head, she's like, and Warner. She can't touch anyone except for you and Warner. I really want to know the science behind why she's able to touch some people. Is it she can only touch people that are in love with her? I need to know, because like, what are the odds that just these two love interests are suddenly the only ones that are able to touch her? Warner had people torture Kenji because he was friends with Adam to try to get information out of him, and now he showed up at their door, which means the tracker probably knows that they're there. Also, though, the tracker serum seems a little bit glitchy when he was explaining the whole like nuclear oh my god, Kenji goes, you know you're pretty sexy for a psycho chick. And then Kenji's backing up with his hands in his air. Adam is pressing a gun to his forehead. Show some respect or we'll burn it into your skull. Okay, protective. Not Kenji hitting on her and then Adam just elbowing him in the face. James, Adam, Juliet, and Kenji are all running and escaping from the house, and there's like bombs going off or gunshots. And I'm so scared because all Adam wants to do is protect James. They've already found us. Oh my god, this is giving me anxiety. Oh my god, he's gonna leave his little brother with Kenji and run with Juliet because they're the ones that they're after. He's touching my face with his bare hands. Warner, why did Warner just say, God, I missed you? Why is he already obsessed with her? I'm confused. I thought he didn't like her. He was just using her as like a weapon. But why is it kind of cute? He's like, Juliet. He touches my hand so gently it startles me. Did you notice? It seems I am immune to your gift. Isn't that incredible? Did you notice? When you tried to escape, did you feel it? Is Warner in love with her? Like, what is going on? He doesn't even know this woman. Unless he does, but I don't think he does. He's like a feral dog, crazed and wild, thirsty for chaos, simultaneously aching for recognition and acceptance. Love. We can really be together, he says to me. I want you to choose me. I want you to choose to be with me. I want you to want this. What? I'm really confused. What? He said he loves her. I'm so confused. Why are all of them in love? They don't even know each other. Okay, I was already confused about how Adam was already in love with her. How the fuck is Warner in love with her? Like, you guys just met like yesterday and all you've done is hurt her. Am I missing something? I'm very confused. Is she gonna seduce him right now so that she can steal his gun? That's so badass. He's kissing her. Oh my god. She's like, I'm gonna throw up. And all she can think about is Adam. Adam is literally off dying somewhere and they're over here about to have sex. She shot him. My god. Guys, I know I've said this a million times, but I'm so confused about the love shit. Even this bitch is confused about her feelings because she's like, I remember James and Kenji and Adam, and then crossed out, it says, and Warner's hands on my body and his lips on my mouth and his tongue tasting my neck. she's thinking about him. But also Adam's body is missing. So Juliet does not even realize how strong she is. She literally punched the door and was like prepared for her hand to hurt, and then she just realized she punched through 12 inches of steel. This bitch is invincible. She needs to start using her power for good, which I'm assuming is the whole point of the series, but she's powerful. She doesn't need a man with a gun protecting her. Oh my god. Adam is hanging from bound wrists, shirtless, bloodied, and bruised everywhere. He's on a conveyor belt in a slaughterhouse. I think Kenji just sedated Juliet because she's absolutely freaking out because he brought them to like, I don't know where, like some bunker where there's people. But he first drugged James to keep him asleep, and now he drugged Juliet. Actually don't know for sure yet, but picking up context clues that these people are like part of the revolution. Castle's in charge of everything, the head of this entire movement. And she says, movement? It says there's an entire city underground. He goes, it wasn't an accident that I ended up in the army, Juliet. It wasn't an accident that I showed up at Adam's door, and I wasn't supposed to get shot or beaten half to death, but I did. I've always known where Adam lived. It was my job to know, because we've all been looking for you. So is he's like the opposite. So like Warner's been looking for her, Kenji's been looking for her. They're on opposite sides. It's like rebels in the reestablishment. Welcome to Omega Point. We are the only hope our civilization has left. Oh, this is where it's gonna start getting good. Oh my god. Like a lot of the people here at Omega Point have gifts like Juliet, and now Castle's telling her that almost everything she knows about the world is a lie. Oh my god, they're all gonna be like superheroes. Oh, he said, do you think Adam is like us too? And Castle said, I think that is entirely possible. So that means, does Warner have something too? This is crazy. Kenji can make himself invisible. He's been spying on her while he's been invisible. I'm so confused. Epilogue, but I have this much left. I'm on the last page? This is the other book. Okay, well, I finished. She just got like her suit with the gloves and everything, so her skin's all covered. She's still with Adam. The next novella is from Warner's point of view. I already finished one book. That was really good, but I'm excited to get into like the more of the plot now that she's on the other side. And I'm assuming being in Warner's point of view is gonna explain like how he found her, why he wanted her, the fact that he's in love with her. I don't know, I'm confused. I'm gonna start Unite Me, which is actually Destroy Me, and I'm just gonna read the first half. I'm so excited to be in Warner's point of view. Okay, I've decided to get cozy in bed. I'm very excited because I want to know what the fuck is going through Warner's head, because I thought it was going to be one of those like slow burn, I don't believe in love kind of things. And then he came out and said he loved her after meeting her, what, twice? Anyways, it starts off with him getting shot, so let's go. How the fuck do I say that name? Delelo? I don't know how to say that. I think I'm gonna go with pronouncing it Delaloo. That could be, it probably is wrong. Okay, Warner wants to kill Adam. How is Juliet ever gonna fall in love with Warner? Like, I need to see this. Unless he converts to their side of the movement. Okay, so I guess she was actually at the establishment for weeks. For some reason, to me, it felt like she was only there for a few days. And that whole time that she was like falling in love with Adam, Warner thought she was happy because she was falling in love with him. But how is he in love with her? Like, you don't know her. Why do I feel kind of bad for him? Because he's never had a friend before in his life. And then he's like, except for 1 month ago when I met the exception to this rule. There's only one person who ever looked me directly in the eye. Maybe that's why he likes her, because everyone else doesn't like him. Oh, okay. The time he made Juliet like almost kill that baby was a simulation, but she didn't know it was a simulation. That makes more sense. I was like, he's evil. He's willing to kill a toddler for an experiment. Okay, I think he's like dreaming or hallucinating or something, because he just like passed out from taking too many of those pain pills. And then he's like picturing Juliet being in his room, but when she touches him, it hurts. And then he's like, I don't care, even if it hurts, I just want her close to me. And his dad is such a dickhead. He's like mad at him for only killing the traitor soldier and not killing his whole family. And then the dad had the wife and 3 children killed. I knew he was gonna find her notebook. Oh my god, so he's gonna read about like all of her terrible torture and her experience in the asylum. I wonder if he'll feel bad for her. Will he have a heart after all? Oh my god. This whole time, he was lying about using her as a weapon. This whole time, he's just been obsessed with her. That's crazy. I did not bring her on base to exploit her ability, and I certainly did not expect to fall for her in the process. Watching her talk to someone else made me crazy. I was jealous, ridiculous. I wanted her to know me. I wanted her to talk to me, and I felt it then. This strange, inexplicable sense that she might be the only person in the world I could really care about. and he said that the notebook means more to him than anything he's ever owned. So he's reading these and he's seeing her relationship with her parents, and he's like relates to her because he had a similar relationship with his parents, I guess. I think it's interesting how in Warner's point of view, he thinks his soldiers hate him. Like, he's like, their traitorous thoughts are so obvious. They think of me as little more than a deranged child. They do not respect me. They are not loyal to me, but they do fear me, and that is all I require. Which is crazy because I feel like when it was in Juliet's perspective, she was like, how does someone this young have this much power? When all the soldiers were like lining up and following his orders, she was like, wow, like they all respect him. He's 5'9". He's 5'9"? What the fuck? I would almost be eye to eye with this man. Why'd I think he was tall? Wow. You learn something new every day. I'm starting to understand Warner and like him and realize he's not a complete shitty person. He actually does have feelings, because the reason he killed that Fletcher guy in the beginning, who was like a traitor or whatever, was actually because he was beating his wife and kids, and he knew that. He has a simulation that he goes into of him killing himself. The dad can see right through him and is like, if I were to shoot your Juliet, how would that make you feel? Disappointed because you've lost your pet project, or devastated because you've lost the girl you love? How do you know? He said, I almost forget that she still hates me despite how hard I've fallen for her. And I've fallen so hard. I've hit the ground, gone right through it. Never in my life have I felt this. Nothing like this. Stop, I can already see him becoming a softie. He's talking about how he feels bad for the kids. And now he's playing with a dog. He thinks he just saw Juliet. Like, did he see her? Or is he imagining things? Is he going crazy? Or did he just see her? Was that the last page? That was the last page! I'm so confused. Every time this happens, I turn the page and it's over. Okay, I'm gonna start the next book. I can't stop. Not the back of the book saying our lips touch. I have a feeling the romance is gonna start in this book between Warner and Juliet. Also, I was really convinced that Adam was gonna die, but now I'm not so sure. I have a feeling, I don't think he's gonna betray Juliet, but I have a feeling he's like not gonna understand her powers, you know? Like, I feel like they're gonna like still be friends. This is me hoping, because I don't want him to die, but I know that they're not going to be together. I don't want them to be together. Like, I do want her to be with Warner. I see how similar they are, and I feel like they'd be good together. I just have a feeling like Warner's going to understand her and appreciate her for what she's capable of, and Adam's low-key going to be kind of scared of her. Not scared, but like not as supportive. And she's going to be like, you don't understand me. This is me completely making this up. Or he's just gonna die like I always thought. But I don't think he's gonna die because he's become a little bit too established of a character now. And if he does die, it won't be at the hands of Warner, because there's no way she'd be able to forgive him for that. So yeah, shower and then read. Okay, I'm back and I'm confused because I'm reading. And Adam just came to her room and they were like kissing or whatever, like talking about how much they love each other. And then all of a sudden he started acting really weird. And she's like, what's wrong? And then I guess he's doing testing with Castle to find out what his, or if he even has this like power, and he's being really sus about it and not telling her any details. And he's like, don't worry about me. But like they were about to hook up and he like stopped. He's like, stop. There has to be a reason why he's able to touch her. He definitely has something, and also it's making him freak out right now. Is this where it's all gonna start falling apart? Because why is he being sus? Not like, he's obviously still acting like he loves her, but like there's something they need to talk about. Whatever powers he's figuring out he has, or whatever this testing is, whatever he's hiding from her, it's not sitting right with me. Juliet almost just like literally killed Kenji to have him bring her to Adam, and then she went ballistic and punched the ground and like caused an earthquake or some shit. I don't even know. All I know is that I really like Kenji. I think he's like one of my fave characters so far. One of my least favorite things in books is when they don't fucking explain shit, and it's taking them so long to fucking explain things in this. Like, I get that's probably the point, like the suspense, like what's going on with Adam, but it just pisses me off and it makes me like skip so many paragraphs because I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And now I'm gonna have to go back and like focus on what I'm reading, because right now I'm just skimming because I just want to know what the fuck is going on with Adam. That's all I care about. I'm ignoring everything else because I don't even care, because I just want to know. And it's one of my pet peeves in books when they keep telling you there's something happening but you don't know what it is. Okay, I finally just got some clarification on the whole Adam ordeal. So I found out about his power being able to like turn off other people's powers. How it's starting to like not work around Juliet, and he's starting to feel pain, and she's like freaking out. She's like, I'm gonna kill him. So I'm thinking that's gonna be the problems. Their powers just aren't gonna work out. Like, they're not gonna be able to be together, really. They're not meant to be. But you know who she is meant to be with? The man who has not made one single appearance in this book yet. I mean, I'm only this far in. I'm getting so tired though. It's almost midnight. Oh my god, I knew that was gonna happen. They both just like were like, fuck it, we want to be together. And so they start hooking up, whatever. And then all of a sudden Juliet starts feeling like this euphoric powerful feeling, and I'm like, oh my god, she's killing him, and she doesn't even realize. And then she realized, she pulled away, and he's like stuttering and can't breathe. Oh, this is actually sad. Like, she knows she's gonna have to like end things with him, and then she's like, I have to cut myself off from him. It's much harder now, so much harder to resign myself to an existence of ice and emptiness now that I've known heat, urgency, tenderness, and passion, the extraordinary comfort of being able to touch another being. I cannot be with him. I will not be with him. I won't risk hurting him again. Won't risk becoming the creature he's always afraid of, too scared to touch, to kiss, to hold. Oh, I feel bad for her because now she got like a glimpse of what it's like to be in a relationship, and now she's gonna have to go back to being lonely and untouchable. Oh, finally she's thinking about Warner again. I find myself thinking about Warner too much. I remember his eyes and his odd kindness and his cruel, calculating demeanor. I remember the way he looked at me when I first jumped out the window to escape, and I remember the horror on his face when I pointed his own gun at his heart. And then I wonder at my preoccupation with this person who is nothing like me, and still so similar. And she said, I realize I'm lying to myself, because I might be the only person who could ever understand him. I know that he is a tortured soul who, like me, never grew up with the warmth of friendship or love or peaceful coexistence. I know that his father is the leader of the reestablishment and applauds his son's murders instead of condemning them. And I know that Warner has no idea what it's like to be normal. Neither do I. She's realizing they're similar. They're like talking about how there's so many soldiers patrolling, and Warner's been out there every night looking for something. It's obviously her, but they don't know that. I have no idea if this is completely wrong because I'm not sure of the timeline, but if she's about to go outside, this could potentially be the scene where Warner saw her for a second. I knew this was going to be the part where she runs into him. I'm a fucking genius. It's so cute. Her seeing him with the dog, she's like, oh my god, sparks are flying now. All she saw was him be cute with the dog, and she's like, he's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. It's happening! Oh, it makes sense now. Kenji made her invisible. That's why Warner was like, am I seeing things? Like, where the hell did she go? I was really gonna try to read tonight until I got to some more Warner Juliet moments, but I'm so tired, so I'm stopping on chapter 23 for now, like that far in. But I'm really tired. It's like 1 in the morning, so I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll see you in the morning. Hello everyone, it's the next day and it's my favorite time of the day. It's time to read. I've literally all day been like, I can't wait to get home, crawl in bed, and start this reading vlog again. I just got some goldfish. I'm gonna eat these while I read. I need a Kenji point of view now. Juliet's reflecting on like how he went off on her yesterday, and she's like, Kenji's the glue. He works behind the scenes to keep things together, but no one ever stops to ask Glue how it's holding up. I just love him and I want his point of view, and I hope he gets a romance. Okay, Juliet just like broke up with Adam, and he's like, please don't break up with me. Oh no. Warner's dad has taken 4 of the Omega Point people hostage and is threatening them. They've requested Juliet come in exchange for the hostages, and she's like, okay, I'll do it. But I'm really excited for her to go because I want a Warner Juliet reunion, and I want Warner to realize, well, obviously Warner's like in love with her or whatever, so he's gonna not want the dad to kill her, and he's gonna be on her side, and then it's gonna be like them working together. Kenji is so funny. I love him. Begged his dad not to kill Juliet. That's so hot. He literally begged. I wish we saw that in his perspective. Not once in 19 years has he ever asked me for anything. So to hear these disgraceful pleading words come out of his mouth, well, naturally I was intrigued. I had to see you for myself. I think Warner's here finally. I feel my bones ignite. Warner is here. I've been waiting for this moment for so long, halfway through the book. Oh, his gaze is too heavy, his eyes too deep, his expression is too full of something I don't want to recognize. He's looking at me like I shot him in the heart and shattered him, like I left him to die after he told me he loved me, and I refused to think it was even possible. And I see a difference in him now. I see what's changed. He's making no effort to hide his emotions from me. First of all, he did read her journal, so he's probably looking at her and being like, damn, I feel something between us because I know so much about you and I feel like I relate to you. I still am a little thrown off by the fact he said he loved her in like the first half of the first book. His gaze lingers on my neck, on the marks his father likely left behind, and I see the motion in his throat. I see the difficulty he has swallowing down the sight in front of him. Oh, Warner took his mom's last name? He's gonna make Warner kill her? Well, obviously he's not going to, but Warner lifts the gun with a strong, steady hand and points it directly at my face. But Warner cocks his head, turns around, and points the gun at his father. Point the gun in the right direction, Aaron. Oh, his first name! If you shoot her, I'll put a bullet through your skull. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Oh my god, Anderson's holding the gun to Warner's forehead. I don't know how to explain what happens next. All I know is that my hand is around Anderson's throat and I've pinned him to the wall, so overcome by a blind, burning, all-consuming rage. She's defending him. She shoots him in the leg. I'm just a silly girl to him, a stupid child with a pretty face who's too much of a coward, he said. Too much of a coward to defend herself. They're gonna take Bohrer hostage? While this is all happening, the war's already started. What the fuck? There's so much going on. Adam is on his knees, a look of fear and pain and horror and anger and terror etched into every line on his face. Why does Adam give a fuck about Anderson? What? My father? This man is my father? Are Adam and Aaron brothers? And he just like didn't think to tell anyone that? What? And they're not even gonna talk about it right now because they're in the middle of the fucking war, so I'm not even gonna find out again. I fall to my knees and press my palm to the ground and feel the power coursing through me. I shatter what's left of this earth. What? What did she just do? Kenji yanks me up by the arm and we're running, and he's asking me if I'm okay, and I'm wondering how he's still carrying Bohrer. I'm thinking Kenji must be a hell of a lot stronger than he looks, and I'm thinking I'm too hard on him sometimes. I'm thinking I don't give him enough credit. I'm just beginning to realize he's one of my favorite people on this planet, and I'm so happy he's okay. I'm so happy he's my friend. Oh, I love them. Next chapter starts. Warner's head is in my lap. I love it here. Okay, Adam just explained the backstory with Anderson and his mom, and then he thought his dad died, and now he's like, I need to kill him. That's crazy that they're brothers. Not her first assignment being in charge of maintaining and interrogating Bohrer. Of course it is. I want them to be in love. Oh god, and they're assigning her to go in the room with him because they're like, it's not like he can touch you anyway. But he can. Her notebook. Oh god. He's gonna read it out loud? That's so embarrassing. He literally has it memorized. He's saying it with his eyes closed. I have a crush on Bohrer. I promise you, I never would have kissed you if I didn't think you wanted me to. And then she says, I told you I hated you. And he says, yes, well, you'd be surprised how many people say that to me. He said that finding her notebook, it was like meeting a friend for the very first time. I really wish you wouldn't waste your affections on someone who has to beg for your love. How sad for you. This must be terribly embarrassing. He says to Adam. I just found out that James has the power to heal himself. Oh no, now she's realizing, she's like, well, the only way he's able to touch me is probably because he's Adam's brother, but that also means he's one of us. Oh, she just walked in the room. She was all prepared to like go off on him, and then she walked in and he's like peacefully sleeping, and she's just staring at him, and she's like, he looks so soft and innocent, peaceful and vulnerable, and I'm trying to look away, but I can't. There's something about him. There's always been something about him that's intrigued me, and I don't understand it. I wish I could ignore it, but I can't. Because I look at him and wonder if maybe it's just me, but I see layers, shades of gold and green, and a person who's never been given a chance to be human. I can't help but think that 19 is too young to give up on someone. Cute. His skin is shredded with scars, and I realize, not for the first time, that I have no idea who Bohrer really is. She goes, I came to talk to you, and he's like, Jesus, I'm very flattered, love, but you could have at least given me a chance to put my pants on. I realize I don't want to be his enemy anymore. Oh my god, he's like, it doesn't matter that I can touch you because you hate me, right? Like, you hate me. And then she looks at him and she's like, I don't hate you. God, it's happening, the moment I've been waiting for. Oh, you're so cute. She goes, I don't know how to hate you anymore, even though I want to. I really want to, and I know I should, but I can't. And he looks away and he smiles. Why am I gonna cry? He says, I would like that very much, to be your friend. She just left. She just ran out the door. I'm confused. He's showing her his tattoos. He literally just like starts stripping. His tattoo says, hell is empty and all the devils are here. She says, who are you? And he says, no one else will ever need to know. I know who I am, and that's enough for me. I'm literally giggling, blushing, kicking my feet in the air at this. He goes, I love it when you say my name. I don't even know why. She says, Bohrer isn't your name. Your name is Aaron. His smile is wide, so wide. And he says, God, I love that. Your name? Only when you say it. His eyes close. He tilts his head back against the wall. Dimples. Oh. He told her, like, all the information he knows about his dad planning the war so that she can warn all the people. He's becoming nice. He was never not nice, but we were only seeing like the side of him, of how he was acting, how he was taught to act. I've developed a strange, frightening faith in who Bohrer really is and who he has the capacity to become. I want to find the 19-year-old boy who would feed a stray dog. I want to believe in the boy with a tortured childhood and an abusive father. I want to understand him. I want to unravel him. Title drop! I think you can change, I hear myself say, and he smiles. He said, can you picture me helping a stranger, playing with the neighbor's dog? Yes, I say to him, yes I can. I've already seen it. Yeah, why is he acting like he's this horrible person and then naming things he actually does? He's like, I'm a murderer, I'm terrible. When the guy he murdered, the reason he murdered him was because he was abusing his family. And then he's like, I don't care about anyone. I feel no remorse for anyone or anything. Like, that is just such a lie. Oh, he's like, I've always been able to feel it the way everyone hates me. Like, he can feel their energy. Is that gonna be his power? I know you're telling the truth when you say you don't hate me, that you want to and you can't. Just like I know that you felt something when we kissed. You felt the same thing I did and you're ashamed of it. No one has ever looked at me like you do. Maybe you need more time to recognize your own potential, but I will always be waiting. I will always want you on my side. Because the two of us, can you imagine? Of course you can. You think about it all the time. Castle just dropped the bomb to Adam and everyone that he knows Warner has powers because he can touch Juliet. Adam's gonna fucking freak out. What is going on? Warner got jealous, whatever. And then Kenji came to break them up. And now he's choking, gasping, writhing on the floor. What happened? I don't think she touched him. He just touched the boys. Juliet's like crying and screaming because she's scared for Kenji. And then Warner comes to comfort her and she says, I don't even realize he's pulled me into his arms until I'm nestled against his chest. I cling to him because I need this warmth. I miss the feeling of strong arms around me. I feel like she was touching Warner, who was touching him. And he was like connecting. I don't know. Warner says, it wasn't you. I know it wasn't you because it was me. I knew he could sense the energy. So Warner can like take people's powers. They're testing it. And she's like, I can't hurt you at all. My power just goes into you. You just absorb it. When he touches her, he doesn't feel pain. It's like a euphoric feeling that he gets all of her energy. She goes, you actually like the way it feels to touch me? Yes, I like it. You never have to be afraid of touching me. It won't hurt me. It can only give me strength. Warner just showed up at her room because he overheard that the twins weren't going to be in the room tonight. So he showed up and he's talking to her and he asked her to run away with him tomorrow. And now he's touching her. They're about to kiss right now. Oh, I want you. I want all of you. I want you inside and out and catching your breath and aching for me like I ache for you. She says, you said you wanted friendship. And he said, yes, I did. I do want to be your friend. I want to be the friend you fall hopelessly in love with. Oh my god. I want to know where to touch you. I want to know how to touch you. I want to know how to convince you to design a smile just for me. Yes, I do want to be your friend. I want to be your best friend in the entire world. I'm so desperately in love with you. What the fuck? He said, please don't shoot me for this. And then he kissed her. That was the best chapter in this whole book. Are they about to fuck right now? I think I must be smiling at him because he's smiling at me. I don't want you to call me Warner anymore. I want you to know me. I don't want to be Warner with you. I want it to be different now. I want you to call me Aaron. Did she seriously just say Adam? Warner looks like I shot him all over again, like I wedged a bullet in his heart with my bare hands. What is she doing? Why is she ruining the moment? That was such a good chapter, now she ruined it. Why is she telling him she doesn't want him? Yes, you do. He says, I thought you could love me for me. I thought you'd be the one person in the world who could accept me as I am. No, everything's falling apart. Adam ruins everything. Like, every time Adam's involved, it just pisses me off. Juliet's literally getting attacked by, like, all of the soldiers. She just got hit in the head. She's, like, going unconscious. Is this book gonna end with her fucking captured? I thought she was, like, super strong. And there's no way she can get out of this. Oh my god, Warner's mom is there and she's sick. Is that who's bathing her? Warner is here. Warner is here. I'm kind of scared because the dad is also here. He just shot Juliet in the chest. Warner's trying to save her right now and he's like frantically trying to explain to the twins how he can transfer the energy so that they don't have to touch Juliet. I think this is the last chapter. But she just woke up after being healed and she's laying in bed in Warner's childhood bedroom with him right next to her. This is like her reputation era is starting. She goes, everything has changed. I finally figured out that I'm strong enough. I'm stronger, I'm angrier, I'm ready to do something I'll definitely regret, and this time I don't care. I'm done being nice. I'm done being nervous. I'm not afraid of anything anymore. Mass chaos is my future, and I'm leaving my gloves behind. That was the end! The next book is gonna be insane. She's gonna be such a badass. But I finished Unravel Me. The next book is Fracture Me, which is a novella. Whose point of view is it? Is it Adam? I don't want to read an Adam point of view, no offense. I don't really care about Adam that much, but maybe after I get his point of view, I'll care more about him, but right now I'm just like, you're kind of a cockblock. Okay, everybody, good morning. New day, time to read again. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really too excited for this, but I guess it's always fun to get a new perspective. Let's read some Adam point of view. Get under the covers, even though it is literally 11 in the morning. I feel like Adam views Juliet as so like delicate and breakable, and being like, she's the weak link, and I wish we could let her stay behind where she won't get hurt. And like, I'm thinking, who are you to say that? She literally has superpowers where she can smash the earth's crust, and you're just some guy. I don't like how he like perceives her as so weak compared to Warner, who thinks she's like the most powerful, coolest badass ever. Like literally the first sentence of this chapter, Juliet shouldn't have to see this, bro. Now Kenji and Adam are on a mission to go find Juliet because she got captured. Oh no, they're planning on bombing all of Omega Point, and Adam just realized that James is in there. I understand, but he's picking James over Juliet. Obviously, I mean, that's his brother. But in a chapter before, he was like, I will never love anyone as much as I love James. And now he's proving that. Kenji's like, what about Juliet? And he's like, I have to get to James. If James is the prim of this series and he dies, I really hope that doesn't happen. Okay, James didn't die, and I could be reading too much into this, but whoever Aaliyah is, some random girl that's in the tank with them, and then Adam thinks she's the only one who responds to me, and she offers me a kind smile as she does. I decide I like her for it. I beam at her, so touched that she would speak for James. Does he like her? Is he gonna like her? I'm just hoping that he does, just so he fucks off of Juliet. Like, if you're not gonna die, you need some other way to fuck off, you know? Oh my god, Adam does not give a fuck about Juliet anymore. Kenji's literally like, we have to go get Juliet. We have to get her out of there. We have to break her out of there, which means we have to plan another rescue mission. And Adam's like, I don't know. I'm not sure what we can do. What about James? We're not doing too well over here. Is it okay to just leave them here? And then Kenji goes, dude, what the hell are you talking about? Aren't you in love with this girl? I thought you'd be dying to get her out right now. Oh, Kenji thinks that Juliet's dead, and he's bawling his eyes out. Kenji's like, I knew we should have gone after her. Did everyone at Omega Point die besides the 9 of these people that survived? That was the end. Oh my god, I read that in like 10 minutes. Okay, this book done. Okay, the next book is Ignite Me. I'm confused because why did it, when I looked up the reading order, it says this is the last book. I'm confused though because I have all of these left, but it says Ignite Me is the 4th and final book in the Shatter Me series. So this one came out in 2014, and then she stopped writing for 5 years. Maybe she just took a break from writing and this was supposed to be the end, and then this is kind of like she was like, actually I'm not done. I'm very excited to start this book. I hope we get Warner point of view. I just want a book with dual point of view. Is that too much to ask? I think it might be too much to ask. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Okay, we're gonna start this. Oh yeah, and when, oh, sorry, Adam's fucking book distracted me from the fact that the last one we ended with them waking up together. So they all think she's dead, she all thinks they're dead. Oh my god, so cute. Warner's like smiling and laughing because he's so excited that Juliet wants to fight because this is all he's ever wanted. She's like, why are you laughing at me? And he's like, I'm not. I'm only wondering if you'd like my help. I've always told you that we would make an excellent team. I've been waiting for this since the day I met you. I never had any intention of using you as a weapon. That was an elaborate scheme I designed entirely for my father's benefit. The whole reason that Juliet like doesn't like Warner is because she thinks he's a horrible, heartless person who put her in the chamber to kill a toddler. So she was like, he literally murders babies. Like, I hate him. But then in Warner's point of view, we kind of saw that was a simulation. But now they're talking about it, and he's explaining that the whole thing was a simulation. Like, he wasn't even the one saying those things. Like, I knew it was a simulation, but I thought maybe he was also the one speaking to her in the simulation. I thought he was actually saying those things, but apparently not. Apparently the whole thing was a simulation. He's like, well, if I did say that stuff, then yeah, I did deserve to get choked out, because she literally like choked him afterwards. But he didn't even say any of that. It was all a simulation. And now she's gonna realize he's not actually a bad person. It was all in her head. Why do I want to cry at Warner saying, I had to act that way. My every move, every word is monitored when I am not confined to my own quarters. My entire life depends on maintaining a certain type of personality. She said, what about the soldier you shot in the forehead? Finally, I've been waiting for him to confess why he shot the soldier, because that's the only thing left that she has to hate him for, to be like, he's a murderer. He's like, I will not apologize, because a child is better off with no father, and a wife is better off with no husband than one like that. I would know. I think we're getting a nightmare trope right now. She's having a nightmare and she's sleeping in his room, so I'm assuming she told him to stay. I knew that was gonna happen. They're cuddling! I can't seem to come up with a single reason why I shouldn't enjoy this moment. I press closer, hiding my face in the soft folds of his shirt, and his arms wrap more tightly around me. And she's like, why do you share your secrets with me? And he's like, don't do that. Don't ask me questions you already know the answer to. Twice I've laid myself bare for you, and all it's gotten me was a bullet wound and a broken heart. Don't torture me. It's a cruel thing to do, even to someone like me. Oh my god, he's absolutely roasting her. He's literally like, you like Adam because he's nice to you? Because he's kind? You should get a dog, love. I hear they share the same qualities. Your relationship? What relationship? Does he even know anything about you? Does he understand you? And I'm willing to bet my life that he has no idea what you're really like. This is what I said earlier. Oh my god, Warner read my mind. Remember earlier when I was like, oh, they're definitely gonna break up because he's not gonna understand her powers. He like babies her, whatever. Warner said, I understand perfectly. He's fallen for your quiet, timid shell, for who you used to be. He has no idea what you're capable of. You want me, he says softly, his hands moving up my back, and it's killing you. Oh, I'd fold so fast. Oh my god, is Kenji about to try to kill Warner? Juliet just picked Kenji up and threw him over her shoulder. Finally, she's gonna actually use her strength instead of just crying about everything. I really hope that Kenji gets a romance. Stop the way Juliet's trying to defend Warner to everyone, to like the 9 that survived, and all of them are like going ballistic on her, being like, we don't trust you now, like how could you side with him, why are you defending him? Even Adam just like pulled her aside and is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And she's trying to explain to them how Warner's not as bad as like everyone thinks, and no one will listen to her. Adam's literally going off on her, being like, you don't know shit about the real world, you don't know shit about suffering. And she's like, what the hell did I ever do to you? Their beliefs are so different now. Like, he wants to stay hidden. That was his reaction to the whole bombing and everything, and now her reaction is she wants to fight back even more. She finally found her voice. They're just complete opposites now. He really doesn't know her at all. Warner walks in, there's 6 guns pointed at his head, but as soon as he sees Juliet, he has a big smile on his face. Warner just asks if she loves Adam still. For the first time, I'm not really sure what to say, but now I can't help but wonder if I even know what love is. That's what I've been saying this whole time, bitch. You guys don't even know each other. Oh my fucking god, here we go again with Adam and his bitching. Why do you keep looking at him? Why are you even looking at him at all? Why are you so interested in some demented psycho? Bro, shut the fuck up. You're annoying as hell. At least Adam is being a dumb idiot clown so that she never has to speak to him again, and this can be their official breakup because he's so fucking annoying. Fucking love Warner so much. Adam looks at him, goes, is there something you want to say? And Warner says, God no, Juliet doesn't require my assistance, and you might not have realized it yet, but it's so obvious to everyone else that you've lost this fight. I love Kenji and Juliet's friendship. She's like, I can't do this without Kenji, I need to talk to him first. And then Warner's like, I expect one day you'll tell me what you find so incredibly appealing about him. And Juliet goes, oh, he's my best friend. I literally predicted this whole storyline. Like, this is word for word what I said when I was making predictions at the beginning. She's explaining why she thinks Adam doesn't love her, and she's like, I think he wants to pretend I'm the girl who doesn't really speak and spends most of her time being scared. The kind of girl he needs to protect and take care of all the time. I don't know if he likes who I am now. I don't know if he can handle it. This is exactly what I was thinking. She literally fell in love with Adam just because he was the first guy to give her attention that she could actually touch, who was nice to her. Not her explaining why she likes Warner. I like the way I feel about myself when I'm with him. Warner thinks I'm strong and smart and capable, and he actually values my opinion. He makes me feel like his equal, like I can accomplish just as much as he can and more. And if I do something incredible, he's not even surprised. He expects it. He doesn't treat me like I'm some fragile little girl who needs to be protected all the time. That's because you're not a fragile little girl. You are literally insane. Like, come on. What the fuck? Adam literally just said to Juliet, he's like kicking her out of the house. He's like, if you want to go be with Warner, go with Warner. You're not allowed to stay here. I don't give a shit anymore. She can do whatever the hell she wants. You want to go be with him? Drop dead. That's so out of pocket. Why do you have a whole like personality 360 out of nowhere? He was literally obsessed with her. Like, wasn't his novella right before this? He literally just said, I was happier when I thought she was dead. She was like fumbling with the pager because she's all upset. The whole time it was paging Warner, and he just like burst down the door. And he's like, Juliet, are you okay? God, are you okay? What happened? Are you all right? Warner is so whipped for her. He's literally letting all of the friends come live at what is called the base. Agreed to let them have like all the food, all the clothes. They're allowed to be armed, no curfew. All because Juliet said please. She called him by his first name for the first time. I don't think you're any of the things people have said about you, and I don't want to fix you. I'm not trying to turn you into something else because I know the real you, and I don't care what anyone else says about you. I think you're a good person. So he's asking her about like what happened with Adam, why'd they get in a fight? And she's like, he was accusing me of being in love with you. And then Warner says, and you told him he was an idiot. And she says, no. Then you told him he was crazy. You told him he had to be out of his mind to say something like that. No. Of course she ruins it. Of course you said nothing, of course. No, so close. She walked in on him while he's putting the medicine on his scars. And she's like, do you need help? They were my birthday presents. Bro, every time I swear they're about to have a cute moment and then it gets ruined. He's like, you're being cruel. Like, you know I love you. I love you. And it isn't enough. Like, I kind of like can't believe that he loves her, or he's loved her since the beginning, but like I kind of can't believe it. How easy it is for him to say it is kind of shocking to me. Like I feel like I've read too many books where like the guy is in so much denial about his feelings for so long, but he's been so like in tune with the fact that he loved her. She's finally putting together, she's like, I was such a coward. Like it kills me to know that I was in that asylum and I could have broken out if I would have just used my strength, but I didn't believe in myself because no one else believed in me, and I didn't believe in myself until Adam came and told me I was pretty and told me he loved me. I'm a psychic. I'm pretty sure like literally in the Adam novella he mentioned Aaliyah or whatever her name is for like 0.2 seconds, and I was like, why do I feel like they're gonna date? He's been spending a lot of time with her lately, but for most of the time I've been down in the training room, I've seen him sitting next to her. In some way she reminds me of how I used to be. She acts like so sweet and quiet and reserved and listens to Adam and is everything that like Adam wanted from Juliet back when she was like scared. She's like, I remember that was what he loved most about me. Oh god, she walked in the house and she's like, everything is wrong. Everything is so wrong, so off. Something has happened. I can feel it. Did his mom die? Oh my god, she's comforting him. This is so cute. I'm in so much pain. Kenji and Warner friendship, I'd love to see it, please. Adam literally gets on every single one of my last fucking nerves. Why is he being like this? Why is he like all of a sudden like hates her? Like I understand you broke up, but like what the fuck? Like you were obsessed with her and now you're acting like this and like you're trying to hurt her or like scare her or threaten her. Like what a freak. I didn't think Adam could get worse, and then he did. He just literally tried to kill Kenji. What the fuck just happened? Kenji came to Juliet's defense and he got all mad about it and forced Juliet to touch Kenji, and now I don't know what happened. The chapter ended, but somehow her touch didn't hurt him. He said I didn't feel anything. Is he like immune to it now, or what the fuck is happening? Oh my god, is she learning how to control her power? What? She's gonna be able to turn it on and off? That's literally insane. That's game changing. She's gonna be able to touch people. Oh my god, she did. Oh, and now everyone's hugging her because they can finally touch her. This better be the love confession. It better be coming soon, because she's saying this means that I will never end up with anyone by default. I can do whatever I want now, be with anyone I want, and it'll be my choice. And then Kenji says, go do what you gotta do. Like, she wants to be with Warner because she wants to be with him, not because he's the only one that can touch her. She just walked in the room and he's like, please, Juliet, not tonight, I can't. And she said, you're right. You've always been right. He turns around so slowly. Right about what? I do want you, I say to him, my voice shaking. I want you so much, it scares me. I see the movement in his throat and effort he's trying to keep still. His eyes are terrified. I lied to you, I tell him, words tripping and stumbling out of me. That night when I said I didn't want to be with you, I lied, because you were right. I didn't want to admit the truth to myself, and I felt so guilty for preferring you. Oh my god, it's happening. I love you exactly as you are. I'm gonna throw up. Oh my god, he doesn't even believe her. I love you, I tell him again. I love you and I want you, and I wanted you then. I wanted you so much and I still want you. I want you right now. He crosses the room and pulls me into his arms and pins me against the wall. Oh my god, so much is happening. Oh my god, love confession, now they're gonna hook up. What is going on? What is going on? I've seen people talk about this part before where he says, lift your hips for me, love. Oh my god, are they about to fuck right now? For real this time? He looks her in the eye and says, I think my heart is going to explode. And I wish more than ever that I knew how to capture moments like these and revisit them forever, because this is everything. Not the fade to black. What did you guys do? Like, I'm a little bit nosy and curious. Warner in the morning. This is the cutest shit ever. Delulu is his grandpa? His mom's dad? What the hell? I'm literally about to throw up. Why is he so cute? Can you hear my heart? I want to ask him. I want you to make a list of all your favorite things and I want to be on it. Oh, I'm crying. Everything looks so different to me now. It feels different. It tastes different. You brought me back to life. I've never known this kind of peace, never known this kind of comfort, and sometimes I'm afraid that my love will terrify you. His tattoo on his hip bones. Oh! These fucking fade to black scenes, bro. Stop. Why does it hit different? Like he's always called her love, but calling her my love now? I take a deep breath and say 6 words. I want to destroy the reestablishment. Oh my god, I wonder how they're gonna react. Are they gonna like side with her? They better. There's absolute silence and then absolute chaos. Cheers, screams, shouts, and stomping feet. Oh my god, they are gonna side with them. They're gonna fight with them. Oh god, the war's gonna start now then. Okay, so the war must be the next book. I must be wrong, because there's no way there's gonna be a war. Now fucking Adam is here. What do you want, Adam? Literally, what the fuck do you want? You've really changed, haven't you? Yes, I have. He nods just once, laughs a strange laugh, and walks away. Ew, what a weird freak. I literally hate that man. Is Warner about to find out that he's brothers with Adam? He thinks he's a spy? Nope, not a spy, just your brother. And a piece of shit. Warner is so unintentionally funny. Like, he's like, this is so unbearably inconvenient. I was prepared to hate him for the rest of my life. He's so hot. She's like, you're my friend. And he's like, but not your best friend. Kenji's your best friend. She's like, yes, but you're my favorite friend. And he's like, good, now flip over on your stomach. I want you to know how much I value your friendship, as he's unzipping her suit. Oh my fucking god, so much is happening. They're on this boat, her and Kenji, and they were invisible, and then they're going after, trying to find Anderson, but there's soldiers everywhere, and then she lost Kenji, and now she's not invisible, and now all the soldiers see her and she's running. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I have no idea how Juliet's powers work, because now she's getting shot at a million times, and the bullets are just bouncing off of her. Oh my god, no, she just busted in the room, and as she's busting in the room, she hears Kenji scream, Juliet, no! Something is wrong with my back. The pain is so excruciating. Oh, Anderson has another person that has powers. That's powers like counteracting Juliet's. She shot that bitch in the forehead. Anderson, twice. One for Adam and one for Warner. Not to be that bitch, but I feel like that happened too easily and too quickly. Like, the way she just was able to take over the military so easily, and then I know she has superpowers, but like the way she was able to convince the soldiers to fight for her. I don't know what happened while she was gone killing Anderson, like what war was taking place. It happened so quickly, like I feel like it was a little bit rushed. Also, isn't the rest of the world also run by the reestablishment? Like, how have none of them figured out what's happening, and couldn't the entire world just team up against this one little sector? Oh, this is what I was thinking. You know, the whole world will be coming for us now. I lean back, look into his eyes. I can't wait to watch them try. I finished. I literally finished. How the hell was that supposed to be the ending? No offense. She rushed the whole war and then was gonna end it with that? With no details? She just easily was able to kill this guy? I feel like the war, okay. I liked this book a lot, but I also just feel like it was like so much buildup, and then the war was like this fucking big. Like it just seemed way too easy. Like this was supposed to be the last book. I loved the romance. So anyways though, I'm gonna go to sleep and we'll talk more in the morning and start the next book. Okay, so I'm actually ending this video here because it's super long, and I'm gonna do a part 2 with the rest of the footage. That's probably also gonna be another hour long. So I hope you enjoyed part 1 of the Shatter Me series video, and part 2 will be coming sometime next week or even sooner, I'm not sure yet. This was like the first few books. The next vlog is gonna be the next few books, the ending, and a summary and all my thoughts and opinions. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's gonna be the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one very soon. Bye!